Dropping a car vlog. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Nobody tells you today, remember, God loves you, Christ loves you, and I love you as well. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, wherever time zone you're at, because we got love all around the world. Uh, all around the world. Make sure you subscribe to the Take It Home podcast where I talk about professional wrestling topics, and I put up my matches as Classic Alpha, a professional wrestler up to 13 years. That playlist is very important to me because it shows the growth of Classic Alpha and what I've done. I know that I'm very opinionated when I come and talk about wrestling, so I want people to look at what I be talking about and then that I practice what I preach when it comes to pro wrestling. So when you look at the Classic Alpha matches, those are matches that I've had with great opponents and stuff like that, and I want you guys to look at that because I'm not sitting here just saying anything just to say anything. Not saying that you don't have to you agree with me, but still. What's going on, Raphael? God bless you. Make sure you also subscribe to C3 Ultimate Wrestling. That is me and my wife's professional wrestling company. We have all our matches from Fright Night. They have been available since last week, so make sure you watch those matches, like, comment, and subscribe to both channels. Big Business, BIG Business, February 21st, 2026. Dyer, Indiana, at Harris Private Venue. Tickets are on sale now. $5 off on Eventbrite, but there'll be $5 more at the door. Bars. Lafayette in the building. Wrench Syndicate. What up? What up, Robert Brown? What's going on, sir? If Trick Williams and Oba Femi gets called up to the WWE, especially now, they will not be utilized right. They will be ruined, and I don't think they should do it. I know that Oba Femi is doing dark matches and house shows and stuff like that because they're trying to get him ready and prepared for the big leagues. They need to just keep doing it. I'd honestly wait until January, honestly. Listen, WWE has a thing for being repetitive and being like, hey, if this person's in the main event, we're going to keep them in the main event for a long time. Outside of also TKO's influence on certain things in certain situations. Good to hear, Raphael. Good to hear, Robert. So, still, Oba Femi about to get played by Mr. See, and I'm trying not to throw that in there, but that could also be a factor in it too. You know, let's be honest here. Let's be 100% grown. Sometimes it's not about, oh, I don't think you're ready to be a star and for people to buy your merchandise and for you to be the main event. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's about, I don't want you to be a superstar and people get behind you and buy your merchandise. We've seen it time and time again where so many people are so over with the crowd, but WWE is like, nah. Even AEW does it too. A lot of companies be like, nah, since I don't like you, I want the crowd to not like you. So you dead people's potential already there. Because sometimes the fans' minds change so quick. Very good example. People, they're saying there's over like 20,000 dislikes for Jey Uso, who won the Battle Royal to go against CM Punk at Saturday night's main event for the title. Because people have already grown tired of Jey. This is the kind of thing that they happen. It's obviously it's intentional. Now, I hope that it's not on Oba nor Trick that happens. The problem is WWE is still harping on former champions and former main eventers and current main eventers to make some money. Unfortunate that Seth got injured, right? But at the same time, he really did not need that belt at all. And the fact is, if they were going to put that belt on him, they should have put the tag titles on Braun and Bronson. But, you know, they broke up the vision because they injured Seth in storyline mode. So, still, you know, Oba Femi about to for real, right? So, that's the thing to think about, right? You know, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, they're going to do Oba and Trick like they're doing Carmelo Hayes in WWE. Now, I'm going to sit here and say this. I think some of it is Melo's fault, too, because his promo game is not that good. It's just not. It's almost non-existent. I know he's probably been working on it. They had him teaming with The Miz, and now him and Miz are beefing, and I'm looking forward to the match. But I also think it's other things, too. I keep telling people that talking on the microphone is very important. It's almost as important as actually wrestling, because you're giving people an idea who you are and your personality and stuff. Now, him fighting The Miz and stuff is something that we can get behind, because a lot of people don't like The Miz as a character. He does his job. So this is a good way. You know, it took a while, but it is. I remember he faced Andrade for like 7 matches straight, and they was like trading wins for that. And that was decent for the most part. But none of them could really talk. Nothing against Andrade. He just couldn't speak the language like that. I'm just saying. Trick finna get played. So my thing is this. If you are going to call them up, have them go after secondary titles. And also, I say this because Dragunov just came back and he just defeated Sami Zayn for the United States title. So they're definitely not going to basically have Dragunov lose that belt. I know that the United States title has been hot potatoed between Solo, Sammy, and now Dragunov, but I definitely don't think that they like that guy. They're very behind him. You know, he's not a relatively new wrestler. It's just that he's been called up and he's had a couple setbacks and stuff. But people do like him. They enjoy Dragunov and stuff. And he's very cold. There's nothing against Dragunov. He's very good. I hope I'm saying his name right. But still, he's very good. But still, the thing is, they don't want to try to spotlight a lot of people at the same time. They just don't want to. So with Dragunov coming back from injury and also being a champion, it might be bad for Obo and Trick to even call up. Because honestly, they do the same formula. They bring up these guys, right? They bring up these new guys. They go against a guy, a vet. They'll go against the Cody. They'll go against the Sammy. They'll go against these guys, have great matches, lose to these guys. These guys shake their hand and respect them, and then they get lost in the sauce. They get lost in the sauce. What pasta we eat? They're going to get lost in the sauce. It's just what it is. WWE, like I said, sometimes they don't want you to grow and flourish. Sometimes they want to hold you back because they feel like something else is more important. To me, in NXT bars, Oba and Trick were very, very important parts to NXT. Especially Trick with the whoop that Trick. Especially because he was in the shadow of Carmelo. And then he made himself his own self, if that makes sense. It all worked out for Trick. Like some people would even say respectfully to Carmelo that Trick has outmaneuvered Carmelo. They say he has outgrown him. Some people will say that. And to each their own, right? Trick being the TNA world champion too. And then what? He's a 2-time NXT champion and stuff. The guy has improved on the microphone a lot. It's cool. It is cool. So to me, you know, he showed up to SmackDown to help Carmelo one time, and the crowd went crazy because they was watching NXT. They was saying, whoop that Trick, because they know who he is. That's on Trick's side. Oba's side, the ruler. This is the guy that you need to put into the main event. Put him in there. You can put both of them in there, but put him in there. Oba, the ruler. Come on, man. Look at what y'all did in NXT. This man was picking up 2 people. This man was throwing a person into another person. This man was cold. Look at even how he lost the title, taking 3 DDTs from Ricky Saints. Come on, man. Don't give him a losing streak. Him versus Gunther would be fire, but at the same time, people are going to be like, he's just the dark version of Gunther. Just intense and doesn't do a lot of chops. That's how it is. That's how WWE's mindset think is sometimes. From the outside looking in, I don't work for this company, but when you look at the mistakes and the bad decisions they've done before, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. Oh, Bobby Lashley, okay, cool. You know, he looks great. He's agile and stuff. He's gotten better and stuff. He has MVP. Oh, they have the Hurt Business and stuff. This is Vince too. Oh, let's break up the Hurt Business. Oh, well, Bobby, you know, people aren't going to like Bobby because Bobby is basically a black Brock Lesnar, which he's not. Bobby is his own self, Bobby Lashley. Even when, before he left WWE, the crowd still was getting behind him because they knew that he was a vet performer, still putting on good matches. But they didn't want to get behind him. Y'all paired him with the Street Profits, a group of people that people are behind to this day, and y'all still trying to roll up and trying to pack up the Street Profits up out of there. Y'all like, nah, we want to invest in something else. We don't care what the fans think. Come on, man. About to get whooped in the main roster, creative rise. Love Robert, he's Broly. Hello, Bobby P. Lashley. He's not good on the mic, but that's the magic of MVP. That's the magic of MVP, right? That's why you should have just kept them guys together. And honestly, Bobby Lashley is actually one of these ones that don't need to talk. And even with that, Brock Lesnar at one point couldn't talk. He needed Paul Heyman, especially when he first started. He needed Heyman to speak. Now, Cowboy Brock is a different form. He cracks jokes, he's having fun and all that. So obviously he doesn't need Paul. But still, y'all could have made money, but they chose not to. You can say it's a color thing. You could just say they just didn't want people to get behind them. Trust me, there's stories of wrestlers to where WWE wanted them to do something crazy and goofy because they wanted to embarrass them and wanted the crowd to not believe in them. But then when they do a great job with it, WWE punishes them for doing good with what they gave them. So I'm just saying, Brock Lesnar, Craig Murdoch, good wrestler nonetheless, for sure. So still, I don't trust that they're going to do Trick nor Overwrite. I just don't. And this has been for the past 4 or 5 years. They haven't invested into big star and making new stars outside of Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie Bakur. But everybody else, like, especially if it's a man, it's a slow build into superstar. Julia, like, it's for the men, it's definitely more difficult and dang near impossible. I'm trying to think of a guy. You had your LA Knight. You don't want to give him a title. You don't want to give LA Knight the title. Drew is a former champion. He should have the belt a couple more times. If you ask me, I think he's a 2-time champ. But still, I think he should have had more. Come on, man. What y'all got against these people? What do y'all have against these people? Like, y'all giving belts to people who are multi-time champions and Hall of Famers already. I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, but at the same time, why don't we invest? Y'all take chances. Now, you can't say that Stephanie is champion because Naomi had a baby, but is having a baby. But let's be honest, most likely Stephanie was going to defeat Naomi for the belt because that's just how they do things. It's just how they do things. Come on, man. Come on now. I'm trying to think, y'all. Help me out. Was there a guy that went from NXT to WWE and became like a fast rising star that they went straight to the main event? I'm trying to think. I don't see. Maybe you could say Gunther, but that was like NXT Europe and stuff. Yeah, maybe Gunther. What up, Sam? Shout out to Sam. Or Brock. Yeah, Brock is different. I'm meaning from NXT to WWE. Like, was there like anybody? Maybe Gunther. But Gunther wasn't like an NXT champion. He was like NXT UK champion. Maybe you could say him. But even him, he had to go through obstacles. He had to show Vince that he about that business. And then they said eventually Vince was convinced, bars, that Gunther was the guy. He was the future. But other than that, who else? You're doing a shout out. I don't know what a shout out is. You keep saying it. I don't know what that means. You have to elaborate what a shout out is. But still, I'm like, man, I just don't think it's the time. And after the Battle Royal and they winning, it's definitely not the time. You should give them some kind of streak or something to where it's like, okay, well, these guys are very, very good. They're beating veteran guys. Hey, why not? Or Trick getting into it with somebody on the promo, on the microphone and stuff like that. That stuff could work. But having these guys come in and losing to veteran wrestlers, that don't help them in the long haul. Like, cool, that you can have a great match. It could be a 5-star match. But then what? What happens after that? There's millions of great matches. But what are you going to do? What kind of investment is it? Why should we care that this person went against Cody Rhodes and had a great match? Cody Rhodes had great to decent matches with a lot of people. What else? What else can you do? That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing to me, is to think about what else can you do? When you say like, for example, shout out Speed, then that means you like them trying to promote. Oh, I just did one. I said shout out to Sam. And I said shout out to Robert Brown, Raphael. Like when I say hi to people and stuff, I say shout out to them and stuff. So I can't do much on my phone right now because I'm driving. So hope everything is well. But still, I don't have it. And you know, a lot of people are going to talk about the racial tension and stuff. You know, especially with Triple H. I don't see color and all of that other stuff. You're definitely going to be like, no problem. You're definitely going to be like, nah, I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. And, you know, it sucks because I do want what's best for them, and I want them both to excel. And I think they both can do a great thing. I think they can make magic on WWE television. I think the crowd can get behind him. I think when people look at the intensity of over Femi and what he can do, they're going to be like, man, this dude is a main eventer. Like, there's no way that you can deny this man the main event. Definitely. Not Triple H. Trick is making a name for himself everywhere. Shoehorn him into the main event and see what happens. Have him go against some of these guys and stuff and see what happens. Like, come on, man. What we doing here? What are we doing here? Definitely could do something. Definitely could bank on that. Can do something that's very, very interesting. And we can see the magic that's going to happen. But we have to see it. To me, this is Vince stuff. And Vince ain't even there. Vince is not even there. Vince is not there. So now it's like, okay, and like I said, it could be TKO influence too. Hey, you guys should push this person. Because people, for the most part, people still like Jay. It's just the internet. Some people on the internet don't. But the crowd still like him. The kids still like him and stuff like that. My nephew still likes him. My daughter still likes him. So people still like Jay. So they're going to be like, we're going to push Jay. But at the same time, dang, it would be nice to see somebody else new doing it. It'd be nice to see a fresh matchup. Heck, you could have had AJ versus CM Punk. You know, you could have had that, but I don't know what y'all doing with the Jay storyline, so I'm curious to see what's happening. Trick finna lose that name, I promise you. And that'd be crazy too. I'm driving basically home, get my kids and then go home. But still, don't change his name, because sometimes they do change people's names. Don't change Trick Williams' name. That man deserved that name. He made it, you know, to be honest, that's a funny name to be coming out to. Hey, I'm Trick Williams. I don't know if they gave it to him, but he chose it. But hey, Trick Williams, you know, called himself Trick Willie and all that stuff. So he made it and it works for him. Same thing with CM Punk. I'm like, dog, your name's CM Punk? Like, what? CM Punk? Like, what? I don't understand it. But it works for him. So don't change it. Don't change it. But yeah, I definitely don't see, especially like with the current product, how good they're going to do. I think they should make money off of both of these guys, but I don't think they're going to do it the right way. I can see losing streaks. I can see them probably winning the title, but then losing it real quick as soon as they get it. I can see them not showing them on TV. I can see them doing a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. I can see that. I think we all can see that. And to me, I've been saying for the past 3-4 years, hey, this person shouldn't get pushed right now because they're trying to do the Roman and Cody thing. The Roman and Cody thing is over, so it's time to do something else. And with even allegations that they want Roman and Cody again at WrestleMania, please don't do that. We've seen it 2 times already. We don't need to see it again. Like, what's going on? Did you hear the Kevin Steen Excalibur situation? Are you talking about what they were saying, the N-word on the Independent show? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I saw the video not too long ago. Like, it's an old video, but still, nonetheless, it doesn't make it like less disrespectful. Yeah, I saw it, and to my knowledge, they haven't apologized to it. But just like I said yesterday, people be wanting these people to apologize for either how they feel or even language that they use. So to me, it's not going to bother me none if they say if they apologize or not. That's on them or whatever. You know, people move the goalposts when it comes to certain things with that. Oh, I'm mad at you for saying it. Oh no, you cool when you say it. Because some people have limits. People are biased. That's okay to have a bias sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. But still, yeah, I definitely saw the video. I don't think they're going to apologize. If they have, okay. If not, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. People want these people to apologize and they don't even mean it. That's worse to me. You're making somebody say something they don't really mean. You're very, very sorry. It's not like a kid thing where like a kid do something. No, you want them to say sorry because you want them to hold themselves accountable. These is grown men. So you're going to turn around and say, y'all need to say sorry. And then you turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry. Not even knowing if you mean it or not. I remember the Sammy Guevara thing, the comments he made about Mercedes Moné and what he wanted to do. And I was like, why is he not even canceled from wrestling? That was horrible to say. But he apologized and AEW made him do behavior classes. It was called something else. But it was basically behavior classes. I was like, I know he's young, but still, that's definitely something inappropriate. He probably wouldn't want nobody to say that about any family member that he has. So he shouldn't have said it. Roman all the way. No, I need Roman to get Cody. I don't need it. I don't need it. They have done enough. They've wrestled, they feuded for almost 3 years, then they tagged. They became a tag. I don't want to see that no more, man. Let somebody else have it. Let Braun Breaker have his moment if y'all gonna do that. Do something else. Do something else. We need to see something else. Please do something else. We need to do something else. Seriously, in my opinion. Definitely do something else. Well, yeah, I did want to speak about that for a little bit. I don't have high hopes for WWE to treat them right. Two guys that are very, very deserving of being treated right, being elevated, being something. I don't have faith in WWE for doing that because that money that they get in the storylines they think that people want to see. Some people are buying tickets to WWE because they just love WWE. They don't care about a story or nothing like that. But I do think that they will not treat those two guys well. And let me know what you guys think. Roman versus Cody 3. Yeah, I definitely don't want to see that. Nobody's calling for that. Nobody's calling for Roman versus Cody 3. Will it sell? Yes. Will people look at it and talk about it? Of course. Will some fans like it? Of course. Because now you're going to say, oh, well, we need a tiebreaker between us. Even though we just tagged and went against somebody. We don't need that. We don't need that. But that's me. Once again, I do hope he needs that title back. I mean, it'd be cool to see Roman get a title back, but it shouldn't be a long title reign. Just like Cody's second run shouldn't even be a long title reign. But that's me. But I do hope you guys have a wonderful day. I am out of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night as well. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.